Hello everyone, I'm your host Eric Cuesta, and welcome to a new edition of Coffee Talk. Let's get talking. All right, I hope you have your coffees ready and get comfortable at home, because today we have a very special guest sent by the Consul General of Mexico here in Miami. Together with me, you are going to learn a little bit more about him. Get to know the services that are provided by the consulate to the Coral Gables residents. And not only that, we're going to talk about the Day of the Dead, and don't get scared. It's easy. It's not scary. He's going to tell us all about it. Consul Jonathan Chait, welcome to Coffee Talk.
Thank you so much. On the contrary, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. Consular, the first thing we want to do, because we want our audience to get to know you a little better, is tell us a little bit about Jonathan Chait, not the consul.
Of course. Well, I'm a career diplomat. I've been working for the Foreign Service, Mexican Foreign Service, for 20 years already. I've been posted all this time in the U.S. I've been in San Francisco, I was in El Paso, Texas, I was in Dallas, and my last posting I was in Washington, D.C. I was in charge of the Congressional Affairs for 4 years, and after that I was transferred here to Miami, and so far I've been here for 5 months.
And after all that work, you are a married man.
Exactly, correct. Yes, I'm married to an American person. His name is Kevin. We've been married for 10 years now. We've been together and traveling together. He's been in this journey as well and doing his own things as well, but yes, for 10 years now.
Is he involved in public service at all?
Not at all. He's been in marketing all his life and digital media, and but he's doing his own things, but well, together for this time as well.
Now, I understand you do live here in Coral Gables, am I right?
Correct. I'm very happy living here since I got here. So I really enjoy the neighborhood. I like the people. I love the environment of the city. So I'm glad to be able to find a home in Coral Gables.
No. Consul, let's get specific. Tell me which of the places you're in Coral Gables. There's many of them, historic restaurants and whatnot. Which is your favorite place here in the city?
Well, of course, the art cinema. I really enjoy going there. Books, of course. Just there are so many restaurants here from some different places. This is what I really love from Coral Gables. The gastronomy in Coral Gables, it's great. You have food from everywhere: Italian, Mexican, Thai, Japanese. So I'd rather not say which ones.
So they don't get jealous.
Of course, yes. Yeah. But I mean, that's what I really enjoy from the city.
And that's very important. You know that we have about 20 consulates in our city and government offices. They're all established here. And there must be something about our city, the city beautiful, that they enjoy. And that's why they bring their offices here. Why haven't you guys opened up here in Coral Gables?
Well, we might later on. So far, we have our offices in Breakup, but we'll see. We never know. There's always that chance.
Now, you know that about 58.4%, according to last census, of our residents are Latinos or Latin or Hispanics, and that is a very important chunk, I would say, to say the least, of our community. And of course, they would want to know what services exactly the consulate offers for those who are Mexican and for those who are not.
Of course. Well, that's a very good question. For the Mexican nationals, of course, we have to take care of their passports, all their documents, or their IDs, or any sort of information they might need regarding Mexico. And also we provide all the legal assistance for the Mexican national, regardless if they are documented or undocumented. So this is one of the services that we provide for Mexican nationals. But also for Mexican nationals, we provide education programs and also health programs. And not only for Mexicans, we have those programs for education and health. We provide also for anyone who might be interested to be involved. And for those who are not Mexicans, we are very interested in promoting trade. This is why the whole area of southern Florida is very important for us, and of course Coral Gables, its city itself. So anything that is investment and trade, we have more Mexican investing in southern Florida, and also we have more exchange between the area and Mexico. So this is some of the services that we try to provide.
So everything that has to do with getting a work permit and whatnot is done through the consulate of
course.
Mexico, right?
Yes.
Very important. Now we're going to get to the fun part of this.
Of course.
And I'm sure that at home you're thinking, what is the Day of the Dead? In Espanol, or in Spanish, we call it El Día de Muertos, and it's a very traditional celebration, ancient celebration actually from Mexico, that is now being brought to Coral Gables, specifically at Giralda Plaza this upcoming Sunday, November 3rd. We're going to have the Consulate of Mexico organizing this event, but tell us about the tradition of El Día de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead.
Of course, well, this is one of our most ancient traditions in Mexico. This is back since the ancient Mexican civilization, meaning the Aztecs and the Mayas, and they were celebrating the Día de los Muertos, well, in a different way, of course, but the whole concept of the dead in Mexico has been very different. It's a way of being together with the people who already left, and to have that day to enjoy with them. So in a way, they are still here. So this is back in the days how it started, the whole thing of the Day of the Dead. After that, of course, once the Spaniards came, and of course there are many Christians per se, also they introduced their own festivities and traditions in Dia de los Muertos and became something very Mexican. And of course, we put some altars just to wait for those who should be coming, to their souls to come and enjoy. And every house has its altar and has food, has beverages, some of the things that people really enjoy, and of course the picture of that person. So in a way, just celebrating with them.
So it's pretty much bringing offerings to your loved ones just to share a little bit more time through, like, every year. It's usually at the beginning of November, the 1st or the 2nd, somewhere around that range.
It's the 1st and the 2nd of November.
Exactly. And to make sure that all the families here in Coral Gables can enjoy these festivities, it's going to be on the 3rd of November, which is a little shift on dates and times and whatnot. But what's important here, and there's a very interesting fact, that UNESCO actually in 2008 declared this day. So if you're scared of the Day of the Dead, don't be, because UNESCO declared this day as it's actually an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So it is a very important day of tradition, and very interested to be there and share it with you guys.
That's right, and that means that it's celebrating everywhere in the world. Of course, it's a Mexican festivity, but at the end of it, because all the meaning that it has, and all the beauty that it has, and the folklore that it's involved, and all the traditions, this is why it becomes so an intangible base for UNESCO.
Correct.
And what it's important also to understand, like you were saying, people should not be scared. On the contrary, it's a festivity. It's just to enjoy. There will be a lot of color, a lot of tradition. In a way, we present that it's not scary. It's the other way. It's just to really enjoying and really think about the people that left and be part of it. And so it's a festivity, it's a celebration for that.
Right, and in regards to the festivity, what should the residents of Coral Gables expect right on Giralda?
Sure. Well, there will be a lot of Mexican traditions. You will see that there will be dances. There will be mariachi, of course. We will have some food in that area as well. And there will be a little town of Mexico celebrating Dia de Muertos. Actually, very important, the city of Morelia, actually, as you may know, the movie of Coco, they took all the scenery from Morelia as the part of the movie. So Morelia is coming too. So we're gonna have an altar from Morelia that we presented at the Giraldas, and all the Giralda Plaza is gonna be trying to look as a town, as a city of, as a street of Morelia.
Very interesting. Now, I'm sure that everybody at home is asking, why Coral Gables? Why our city? Why the city beautiful?
Well, I really feel that Coral Gables is a very inclusive city. And like you were saying, you have people from all over the world. What I really enjoy also from Coral Gables, just walking around and listening so many different accents from people coming from different, not only from Latin America, from other countries. The mayor also is very open, and he's very welcoming. So this is the perfect place of doing it here, and this is why it's happening in Coral Gables.
So the commitment is November 3rd. We got to remember that, starting at 2 p.m. all the way through 8 p.m. Am I right? I actually had a little time yesterday to sneak into your offices and kind of see all the preparations, the colors that are going to be presented, and everything that's going to be happening right on Giralda Plaza. We thank you very much for taking the time to being here with us to have this coffee talk. Thanks so much, and for opening up.
No, thank you, and thank you to the city, again to the mayor. They've been very, very helpful, and we look forward to be the first time, but from this time to the next one, that will be much bigger. and we'll just have to be growing every year.
Consul Jonathan Chait, thank you so much for
Thank
being on
you.
Coffee Talk.
My
And for
pleasure.
those of you who are at home, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Make sure you follow us on every social media there is out there. And stay tuned to our programming. Till next Coffee Talk, I'm Eric Cuesta. Thanks for watching.